Okay, well, welcome everyone to the European Institute of Integrative Health Sciences 25-26 Academic Senate. This is becoming a habit, a regular annual event that we hope will propagate into something much grander eventually. We're hoping to turn this into an open event for our academics department, for our students, and for our teachers to share and to build a global community. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening for everyone, where depending on what time zone you're coming in. So welcome aboard. And what we'd like to do today is do a very brief, quick introduction about the function of the institute, its founders, its key players, its key important departments. And then we're going to jump right into some news and updates from the Institute. We have some wonderful news to share with you. There have been a lot of milestones that the Institute has accomplished in the last year, and we want all of you to be aware of all of these developments. And then we're going to do some faculty updates. We have some new faculty, and I want the community to get to know the faculty and start building connections with each other. So I will be sharing some updates on some of the new faculty members that we brought in. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our tool set, what's available to you. We have now version 2.0 on our dedicated specific EIIHS only Chibo, which is an AI platform. And we have now expanded its function to include virtual interactions, virtual patient interactions, which will really hone the skills of our students on how to do intakes, how to do history, what kind of questions they need to ask, etc. And then I thought, as part of our efforts to improve the overall state of education, is we do a quick mini training. And this mini training is really focused on the hybrid online teaching. As we move towards hybrid learning and online learning, techniques need to be changed. The classic classroom blackboard styles and tools and techniques don't really apply in hybrid learning environments. So I wanted to put together a short little a practical training for you with actual tips and tools. So as we go through that program, hopefully you'll be able to take something back and integrate it into your own teaching methods, into your own engagement methods. And then we'll do an open Q&A at the end. All right. So welcome to the European Institute of Integrative Health Sciences, where we are really focused. Our tagline is to educate the next generation of integrative healthcare practitioners. Why is this important? Why did we build this school? We have all the founders have had experiences in teaching and in exposure in other schools. And collectively, we have over 80 plus years of experience in the field of TCM. And what we wanted to do is look at the field and what is happening in the field of education and TCM profession in general. The practitioners are evolving. We are no longer in a little room somewhere off on our own, where, on top of the mountain or in some hidden forest village, where we're classified as the wizards to go to when everything else has failed. We are integrative. We are getting positions in oncology centers, in rehabilitation centers. We're working side by side with radiologists, with oncologists, with surgeons. So the new specialty needs to be competency-based training. We need to focus on understanding an integrative training. And so the evolution of the medicine, the evolution of the student habits are changing. All of these have combined to create a program which we believe will prepare enhanced practitioners for the future of integrative medicine. And the other very important thing that drove us to do this is charity and philanthropy. As Dao says, as any of the masters of our classic medicine from whom we are learning and from whom to whom we're indebted eternally for this knowledge, giving back is as important as part of being a physician of TCM. And it was Hippocrates that was also of the same concept, of the same thought, that charity and philanthropy should be part of a normal behavior of a physician. In fact, he stipulates that greatly in his oath document, the Hippocratic Oath, which all medical professionals take upon graduation, including our students, by the way. And then we wanted to build a global community. So I'd like to introduce your founders. You know me. I'd like to introduce Allison Simpson, who is our chancellor. Allison, if you could share a few words, a quick welcome and a hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Simpson. It's nice to see some familiar faces, but some of you I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet, although I am extremely and eternally grateful for all that you're giving us and all you're putting into building this institute with us. Without you, this mission, wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much for your trust and for your vision. I'm currently in Crete at an amazing symposium, and I was reminded that the last time I was in Crete was 15 years ago when I first moved to Greece. I didn't speak any Greek at all, and now I'm fluent. And I remember then thinking, like, how am I going to do this? It's a whole different language. How am I ever going to get this? And that's how I sometimes feel about this mission too, and together it's with community, it's with sharing, it's with the help and leaning on each other to learn from one another. That's how we're going to bring this to fulfillment. So thank you once again. I'm open door whenever you need me. You reach out and find me. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Simpson. I'd like to introduce Benjamin Saez. Mr. Saez, if you could share a few words.
Hi, everyone. I'm the European that puts the European in institutions. So I bring a dimension to this, but we work very well with my colleagues from the States. And yeah, I'm the Dean of Administration also, and I'm also working at the European TCM Association on the accreditation part, on the education. So I'm hoping to bring that to Europe also and make this also our college part of this whole accreditation path that, of course, in the US and other places have. So working diligently on all that, and I think it's nice to see a lot of the faces. I've seen a lot of your recordings, followed some of your classes, so very happy to meet you in person.
Wonderful, thank you, Mr. Saez. And I'd like to finally introduce Dr. Georgette Young, our clinical dean. Hello, Dr. Georgette. Share some ideas with us, folks.
Okay, great. I'm Georgette. I'm another Californian, so thank you, California people. You are my people, and thank you for joining our organization. We're very proud to have you on board. So I work as the clinic director, and I oversee our intensives twice a year for the intensive clinical practice. And again, you could reach out to me at any time as well. So welcome. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I'd like to also introduce one more additional person. If you don't know this face, get to know this face. Ms. Armine Tsaturian, who's on the call with us, is heading out the Academic Affairs Department. And her department is really in charge of all the outreach and connectivity, both our faculty, our students, and our outside-facing environment. So curriculum scheduling, clinical intensive scheduling. She's going to be working with accreditation, curriculum building, admissions, registrar. All of these functions are going to be handled by her department. So I'd like to introduce Ms. Armine Tsaturian. She's going to be the Academic Affairs Director. Thank you. Now, a little bit about what is this hybrid program that we've embraced. We wanted to create an environment where students could take the best of classic training methods and the best of new training methods and create a blended environment, because we believe that this blended environment creates the best environment for improved individual learning and individual delivery. Later on in training, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the prevailing concepts of what it takes to motivate people in today's world. And this really fits in interestingly, because as we change, as we evolve, individual training, individualized improvements become important. Learning from any location, we have done away with the borders. Now, there have always been borderless universities and borderless implications, but the technology was lacking. Now the technology and the delivery methodologies are there, and EIIHS has really improved on taking that technology and employing it for our students and for our faculty. So that gives you flexibility in learning, flexibility in study, and flexibility for our professors. You know, many of you are from all over the world, and we have professors from China, from the States, from Europe. That should not preclude anyone who wishes to share this wisdom, share this knowledge, to improve the process, to be part of this group. And then personalization is empowerment. You know, one of my favorite quotes is: a learning environment is defined as a carefully curated collection of materials, activities intended to support development of core competencies. And that is what our hybrid learning program is for. Without going into great details, what do we offer? We offer Phoenixes and Dragons. We have a Phoenix degree program, which is our 4-year Bachelor of Integrative Health Sciences, which offers 400 hours of biomedicine, 600 hours of Oriental medicine, ethics, specialty training, and we'll discuss what the specialties are, and then over 650 hours of clinical hands-on training. All of this equates approximately to 2,500 hours of total ECTS, European Standard Credit Transfer System. And then we have our Dragon program, which is a 6-year master program. As you can see, I'm not going to go through the numbers. You can see them. By the way, you will be receiving a copy of this presentation for your records as well. Our core competencies right now include acupuncture, herbal medicine, phytotherapy, manual therapeutics, healing energetics, and hoping we're in the plans right now to launch an integrative Ayurveda program next year sometime. So stay tuned for more information on that. We really wanted to create an environment. There is no a unified institute or an educational facility that allows a comprehensive training with biomedical sciences, with traditional Chinese medicine and the OM foundations, safety, practice management, and ethics, and then core specialties that students can pick and choose and then add on to create a very specialized, personalized education program for themselves. Our programs are semester-based, 4 months roughly each, and in each module, each semester, on average, they'll get about 12 credit per semester, roughly, which equates to about 12 ECTs, 12 semester units per program. Our asynchronous study program ranges from 10 to 20 hours of pre-recorded lectures, and then 4 to 5 hours of synchronous study with you, with the professors, in real life weekend, what we call flipped classroom, face-to-face learning. Now, what are some of the milestones and achievements that the Institute has been able to accomplish in the last year? Well, I'm very proud to say we've had our first graduates, and I'm very happy with the quality of the students we produced and the quality of the graduates that we produced. These two ladies are already in practice, and they're succeeding in their own way, and they're truly multinational. We have one from Spain, another one from Greece, and they hit the ground running with all of the training and the education and the integrative training that we provided them. They eased into the practice. They did not have difficulty running into, what do I do now? Where do I go next? Okay, I have my degree, now what? You know, so all our students are prepared. So I want to congratulate them and also congratulate EIIHS for producing the first set of truly integrative healthcare practitioners. Next, I want to talk about some developments. We have a signed and ratified memorandum of understanding with a US-based university, Yosan University. This is my alma mater, so I'm very proud that we were able to actually execute something even grander. And stay tuned, more to come on this, more revolutionary stuff to come on this. And we also have an MOU signed with Anhui University of Chinese Medicine in China, mainland, which will allow further, all of these MOUs are going to be allowing our students educational forward opportunities. If they wish to continue their education, if they wish to expand their education into a doctorate program, into a PhD program, these models are available to really afford our students the opportunity to grow their careers, to grow their their future. We just signed a wonderful externship clinic opportunity. This is a residency program for our students and our graduates and our alumni, where they will be able to spend up to a month at an integrated hospital in Kathmandu, Nepal, and work alongside surgeons, gynecologists, physiotherapists, and other professionals in that field within the hospital as a residency program. This is truly revolutionary because it prepares them to work in integrative settings, work alongside other physicians, combine therapeutics, get exposed to immediately after surgery, what do you do? Or just before they go into surgery, what do you do? They're going to go get an epidural injection. What do you do as an acupuncturist? So there's a lot of wonderful opportunities for our students to learn and expose themselves to real world clinical settings. Not to mention it's Nepal, right? You know, it's one of the most wonderful journeys anyone can ever make in their life. Every student that I've taken to Nepal has come back and said, this is the most life-altering experience I've had in my life. So more opportunities for them, for our students. We launched our sanctuary. We now have a physical learning clinic, a learning setup that is at in Athens, that is available for our students, our teachers, our practitioners to come in and practice and learn and share. It is a community. We call it the sanctuary because we want to create a community outreach program. We're doing our grand opening next week, and we will have opportunities to create public outreach programs for all of the local communities. And these are charity. These are community outreach programs that are philanthropic, lectures, training, practice in Qigong, Tai Chi, energy healing modalities, nutritional elements. All of these are available for the community. We want to give back to the community. We believe that if you're part of that community, it enhances your students' experience and our professors' experience. So congratulations on the launch of the sanctuary. Now, I would like to share some exceptional news to all of you, which I think has, it took a lot of work, but I think we're now in a position where EIIHS is now a global and genuine player in education and in putting TCM education on the forefront. Number one, the National Certification Commission of Oriental Medicine, NCCOM in the States, has granted our institute direct access to their exams, which means our graduates can apply and sit in for the NCCOM exams. Now, this only applies for the States, but it allows our graduates, our dragons, not the phoenixes. You must have 6-year degree in order to even qualify in the States. But our dragons can go sit in on the exam and be able to, once they obtain their NCCOM diplomat, they can practice 50 out of the 52 states. That opens a wide range of practice within the U.S. And I have to tell you, a lot of other countries are leveraging NCCOM as a requirement. If you want to practice in Dubai or in United Arab Emirates, the first question they're going to ask is, do you have NCCOM? And if you have NCCOM, the pathway is much easier. So our students can now go global and start working at other opportunities, looking at other work environments and successful program launches. So that's number one. It's an exciting announcement that I'd like to share with you as our teachers and with our students. Now, next, just several days ago, I had a ratified agreement from Yosan that our master's degree graduates can directly transfer to Yosan for their DAOM program. What this means is that if you take your education with EIIHS, you can directly transfer into the DAOM program at United States in California. And that's not the only thing. With that, they can also apply for their PhD program from Zhejiang Chinese Medical University, as part of the agreement from Yosan. So Yosan has now made it possible for our graduates to have formal education in Doctor of Oriental Medicine, DAC, the Doctor of Acupuncture, and also a PhD in TCM from a Chinese accredited university. This has really positioned us on a global basis as a recognized as a viable, valid education platform to conduct your learning in TCM. So I want to congratulate all of us for a wonderful work and hard effort. But I believe for you as teachers, I think what this is it should ensure you that what we're putting together, what you are putting together as an education program is obviously valid enough, is quality enough that institutions like Yosan, that institutions like NCCUM have recognized that this makes sense because we are focused on competency-based education. So thank you again for all of your contributions. Now, I want to talk a little bit about you, our best asset. You represent the best in class from around the world. And you are part of this global community that is only going to get bigger, richer, and much more integrative. So some of our teachers, some of you may see yourself in this list, but I want to focus on some of the new arrivals. We have added a few new arrivals, and I want to highlight their skills, their abilities, their contributions, and what they're going to be able to bring to our team, to our education team. Jonathan Chang, who was unable to attend, he's in China, time didn't fit, is the quintessential trainer and continuing the heritage of Dr. Wang Juyi. Wang Juyi was a Beijing a scholar, one of the modern classics that developed and honed channel examination, channel palpation skills as a diagnostically relevant tool for TCM practitioners. And with his teaching methods, with his examination methods, it has provided very unique and substantially valid additional tools for TCM practitioners. We do tongue and pulse, and we do the 10 songs and the queries, questions, etc., patient history. But this is more of a palpation-based. It's more of a physical contact-based. And it allows, particularly in channel examination, it allows for really rapid, quick, and very effective diagnostic tools for our students. And Jonathan Chang has joined our class, our educators rank. He's already conducting classes. In fact, in the January intensive, he will also be conducting an in-person continuing education program for our alumni and other students who are interested in participating. Next, I'd like to introduce Alexa Halsey. Now, Alexa has been teaching here incognito for some time, but I want to highlight Alexa because not only do I know her personally from my alma mater, where we studied and graduated together at the same cohort, but Alexa has done something that is so unique and so efficient in the world because she combined philanthropy, giving back, and creating where acupuncture or medicine in general should not be a privilege. It should be a right to everyone. And she's got some very unique practice methodologies that she's teaching our graduates about community acupuncture, about models where you can integrate various modalities to be more efficient. Not to mention that her skills as a TCM diagnostician and a TCM practitioner are superb. So welcome, Alexa. We look forward to a long contribution to our institute. Now, Dr. Patrick Mansfield. I want to introduce Dr. Mansfield. This is a gentleman who was actually very actively involved at an institute in Los Angeles, which is no longer in business. And this highlights very important changes that are happening. Many institutions in the States are closing. They're having difficulty maintaining balance because they have not adapted to the new model, to the new way of doing education, competency-based education. Very few institutes are thriving in the States right now. In fact, I don't know if you know, but PCOM just got bought out. Pacific College of Oriental Medicine, the largest, probably well-known college in Oriental medicine, San Diego and Chicago branches were bought out. They basically got purchased. So there is a lot of shuffling happening in the state's educational platforms. So Patrick brings in substantial knowledge and understanding as not only as a diplomat, but and a doctor, but also really focused understanding of herbology and integrated use of herbology. He ran the program there. So welcome, Dr. Mansfield, to the team, and welcome to the group. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you. Next, we have Dr. Amy Avakian. This is an interesting situation. I ran into Dr. Avakian in a radiology lecture. As I don't know if you know, but all our students have to go through radiology, blood studies, biomedical sciences to prepare them for that integrative class. And I was doing some radiology intern lectures, and I ran across her, and she was brilliant. In fact, she's so brilliant, Harvard just engaged her in a research where they're using AI to assist diagnostic elements in radiology. So she's going to be teaching radiology for us and a few other biomedical courses. Unfortunately, she's in residence right now, so she was unable to attend. Hopefully, she'll get a chance to watch her lecture. Welcome, Dr. Avakian, and join our team. Thank you. And then last, I think, Dr. Juno Bolding. Dr. Juno came highly referred by several people. And after several iterations of conversations, we found that there's a really unique balance of bringing in a skill set that Dr. Juno has. So I'm looking forward to understanding and learning from her about applying the methodologies that she's developed in an integrative clinical setting. Dr. Juno, welcome aboard. We're looking forward to working with you. Thank you. I want to also give recognition to some of you who are here who did not get a slide of your own. You've been part of this group. You've been teaching our students. And I want to make a specific announcement for Dr. Carol Robertson, Dr. Madalena and Petrie, and Dr. Julia Bosky, who have been instrumental in creating the programs that are rich, effective, and really preparing our students. So thank you again for being here, and thank you again for being part of EIIHS, all of you. Thank you. Now, to our best, we have to give the best tools. We have made strides and efforts to create a platform and an environment for you as our teachers to be effective. We utilize the best Google ecosystem, easy to use, native, no new things to learn, no new things to adapt to. We have a very unique educational platform, virtual library platform for all videos. You've already had your onboarding. If you have additional training requirements, questions, our academic affairs department is standing ready. We have lengthy list of tutorials and learning methodologies, etc., that we can expand. We're looking at other tools to make it available for you at your own leisure, at your own time, including Screencastify, Osmosis, Anatomy for those who are interested in visualizing the human body during their classes, during their teaching. And as I said, we released our 2.0 version of Chibo. There will be additional tutorials made available and how-tos and integration. All of you have login access rights. If you have not received your code, reach out to our administrator, Benjamin Saez, and he will reach out to you. He'll give you your access code so you'll be able to log in and start experimenting and experiencing Chibo. I want to close by saying I appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight and this morning, or wherever you are. And we value your presence, we value your contribution, and we appreciate everything that you've done for EIIHS, and we hope that your being part of this group is reciprocal. We are trying to build a community, a revolutionary way of creating new practitioners out there, and without you, we would not be able to do this. So I bow my head and I thank you all for all your hard work and all your contribution. And I'll open it up for questions or discussions or comments. Thank you.